So let's try to solve this problem. E to the power minus, which is the Fourier transform of this signal. Fourier transform of this signal we are going to solve. So Fourier transform of xt is e to the power minus at square e to the power minus j omega d omega dt, sorry, d j omega t dt. So this is the question which we have to solve. So this we can write, and I think this is from minus infinity to infinity. So this question we can first write it in this form: e to the power t square plus j omega t by a dt. Now we are going to write it in a whole square form. So for this, what we will do, we will just it is correct. So we will multiply with this quantity inside bracket, square of this quantity in bracket, and also by the same quantity subtract with the same quantity, so it will not make any difference. And yeah, dt. So this we can write as e to the power minus a t. What is the full form? Just batana. What would be the t minus t plus j omega by 2a whole square minus 1 second minus j omega by 2a whole square dt. So e to the power minus a t plus j omega by 2a whole square into e to the power a j square omega square by 4a square dt. So this quantity will come outside because it is independent of time. So e to the power a j square is minus 1. We'll write it like this: minus infinity to infinity e to the power minus a t plus j omega by 2a whole square dt. Right? So now what we have to do, we have to use some variable or transformation, that we will use root a t plus j omega by 2a by some quantity. Right? So we will replace it. So what we will get, that root a dt is equal to d. And I think the limits would not change because they are from minus infinite to infinite. So limits would remain same. Minus a omega square divided by 4a square. Is it right? So a would get cancelled. Right. So a would get cancelled. And we have e to the power minus a t, that you have to replace, sorry. So e to the power minus u square dt is du by root a, so that root a would come here. Agreed? So in very beginning we have given this hint that this integration would be needed in order to solve this question. So we'll replace this by root pi. We'll replace it by root pi. So what we have, root pi e to the power minus omega square by 4a, and since we also have a, so this would be our final answer. So the Fourier transform of e to the power minus a t square is this. Thank you.